Hi guys, this is Combat Ineffective, and this is a game I played in my Mod 1, and it's all Tier 8. I noticed that on the teams, there's really not much that's likely to go middle. The fast mediums are really just the mutts, and it doesn't really have a lot of pen. So, I mean, it's got 212, but for this tank, that's not a lot of pen to pen its turret. So I decided to head up straight to the middle, and there are arties, so I do play pretty arty safe the entire time until it's, well, time to not do so anymore. I do expect the even 90s to be up there, at least one of them, and I am correct in that suspicion. But most everything else is probably either going to go into city or sit on the one line and snipe. So I come up here, I take some shots that are kind of poor at first, but mostly I'm just looking to spot things. I don't expect anybody to be over, like, in F3, H3 area quite yet. I guess that Mutz is kind of close, but he's not up high enough to shoot me. And this even 90 is super, super aggressive. So I take a punt at him. I think I may end up hitting him at some point here. And I believe he dies fairly early. So I'm just staying behind this rock, well, building, broken building, where I'm going to be hard to arty, and they're going to have to come way around in order to pen me. And when I'm unspotted, I pull out, but there's really no penning shot that I can see on this Carnarvon. I try the roof, but the accuracy on the Mod 1 is just not good enough to make that shot. I'm not even sure it would have penned anyway. It looked green, but who knows. Anyway, as you can see, I'm pulled out far enough where they can hit my track, but they can't really hit me. Now I should be unspotted. So I just take some blind shots because I don't really have much to do. This game starts out pretty slow. It does end up in a first class. I don't have the battle results queued up, but we'll take a look at the game anyway. I end up not getting any blind shots for anybody who's curious. So I'm just looking for angles, and I've noticed I've stopped getting spotted. Well, unless I pull way out. And so I figure it's safe to pull out and take that shot, because I don't think there's anybody on the opposite side, like F5 or whatever. So I'm actually kind of testing that now, and I see that our even 90 has gone way forward. I'm not sure where I got spotted from there. So I'm just testing to try and see where I got spotted from. And it looks like whoever spotted me before has either moved behind a bush or a rock or has just left. So I'm just taking these cheap, easy shots of opportunity. And that was way too late there, I think. The Mod 1 doesn't have very good DPM. As you can see, it's 6.9 second reload for 240 alpha. It does have very good armor if you use it correctly, and I don't always use it correctly. The lower plate is, of course, weak, but their tank is so slow slung that you can get into hold down positions in a lot of places where other tanks can't. And hold down, if they can't hit your cupolas, this thing has quite a good turret. it's best to be at kind of medium range, but then your gun also doesn't work as well. So what I'm noticing is on the one line, they've pushed forward quite a lot. So I was kind of hoping to get some spots on that bush line when these guys fire. And I kind of pull out on purpose to see if I get spotted. And when I don't, yeah, I pay for that, kind of. I mean, he hits me in the tracks, so I don't really, but... And if you start counting the tanks on the map, I think I had mods installed, and it looks like nearly everybody has been spotted either in town or over on that ridge line over there. And so I'm thinking that I might be able to push this ridge line as soon as the tanks in town get killed. And our 703-2, I think, is starting to get brave enough to make that happen. And that shot was just a little too late. I think I was holding down the mouse button and didn't let up quick enough. So it looks to me like they backed completely out of the city. Or around corners, at least. And so I'm just kind of paralleling this 703. And with the Mod 1, you only have 190 pen on its standard rounds. And so I was waiting for a good flush side shot. I don't know if I use any gold rounds in this game. I don't remember. I guess we'll have to see. So when that guy shot me, I thought he was shooting me from way far away. Like 2-line. But it turns out he's not. So now I'm far enough away from the bush on both sides that I'm not going to get spotted. And this is kind of where I start to take my brave pills, because we've kind of got them all backed into a corner. And I've got 2100 damage, which... and this thing is not a great game. This thing seems to earn a lot of XP, but that also makes it so that getting an ace in it is much more difficult. So I waggle here, it doesn't work. And at this point I was just willing to take the damage. I see the WZ, but I don't think he's that accurate, and I am more or less hull down. So as soon as this guy shoots, I push forward. Maybe even before that. I waggle a little bit, hoping that it'll hit the side. This thing does have, I think, 90 millimeters of side armor. And that was a lucky pen. And now this guy is kind of alone, and he knows he's getting closed in on both sides. And so I just try and bait shots and then look for opportunities to take a little more damage on him. He keeps trying to look me off. So I guess I do use gold rounds because I run out of regular rounds. But I know that at this angle, there's no way he's going to pen me unless he hits my cupola, and that's a extremely difficult shot. Although I could tell that's what he's aiming for. That's why I'm not sitting still very much. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to out-reload him. And so now it's almost a race for damage, except I don't really want to die to this guy. And I am basically a one-shot to him. And he makes the mistake of not, like, aiming in, so I know I've got the kill on him. And that's essentially the end of the game, and kind of what you see is what you get. I got 4,089 damage and 1,200 and some assistance damage. So, anyway, that's the game. We'll watch the end. Like I said, I don't have any end plates, but I'll try and put some in the description for anybody who's interested.